What's today? Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to Birth of a Doula. My name's Erica. And in this episode, I want to talk about how I'm going to do Birth of a Doula Reloaded or Birth of a Doula 2.0. So I've been wanting to post more content about being a doula and doing all the birth work. However, I'm not having as much clientele as I would like to in order to post consistently every week. And that's okay, because that's where I am right now. But instead, I want to just talk about other things also. And for me, birth of a doula is more of a twofold type of definition. Like in one instance, it's literally me becoming a doula, right? And then another instance is like a spiritual journey for me and like becoming one with my path, with what I want to do and everything feeling at ease, if that makes sense. You know how sometimes you're working a job to make ends meet? Birth of a doula for me, or being a doula in birth work, is not that at all. If anything, it's the complete opposite. So I just feel reborn in like what my purpose is. So that is what birth of a doula is meaning to me now. And I just want to talk about some stuff. So yesterday, actually the 5th through the 11th, I was in Cancun and had a phenomenal time. Like, if you want to experience a foreign country, have a native show you around. Like my friend Sharon, whom I met through work, she showed me so much, and she really put me in the culture, like the Mexican culture. And there are so many different things down there. They're a lot more respectful compared to the United States. And one of the things that I found the most profound was how they respect COVID and what they do with COVID. Every time you walk in a room there, or a building, or a storefront, hotel, whatever, there's a rug, or there are two mats for sure. The first mat is rubber and it's covered with a type of cleansing solution, like, I don't know, soap, sanitizer, whatever. And then the next one is another mat, but instead of it having a solution, it has like a felt top where you wipe your feet, because a lot of people in Mexico walk. And then you'll have some sanitizer, and then depending on how fancy the place is, you'll have a person either taking your temperature or the machine where you put your head up to. Now, I didn't like that machine because I'm like, oh my gosh, is this AI or any type of sci-fi movie? Like, I didn't like it. It kind of freaked me out. And then I went to was it a hotel? I went somewhere and I had to walk through this, it almost like a metal detector. But it wasn't a metal detector. It sprayed me with some type of sanitizing solution. I definitely didn't like that one, because I'm like, come on, I don't know what this is. And a lot of stuff nowadays, like everything freaking causes cancer. So I wish I would have had my option. But however, I do appreciate their respect for COVID, because the US, you can pretty much go wherever you want to. There may be sanitizer, there may not be. But in Mexico, there was most of the time a person, I'll say security guard loosely, because they didn't have like a weapon on them. They were there ensuring that you were taking their protocol measure, or their COVID protocol measures. And if not, you couldn't come in, or they make you do it. So I found that very interesting, and I really appreciated that. And on the way back from my trip, so I went from Cancun to Fort Lauderdale, and I had a 6-hour layover. That was rough. But I witnessed this Black lady, mother of twin boys who were about 18 months, I guess. They were both walking and they were screaming hysterically. Now, I'm not a person to like screaming as a mother or as an individual. Like, I just don't like screaming at all. And one of the little boys was just screaming so loud, and I didn't know what was going on, and I was becoming very aroused and kind of panicked. Not aroused in a good way, but just like aroused. I was bothered, because I'm like, what's going on? Is he okay? Is he in pain or whatever? And on the plane, well, I said to my friend Sharon, I was like, look, I'm going to go up there and talk to her and volunteer. Like, if she needs any help, I will be more than happy to help her, because I get it. When you're a single mom and you're doing it all for not just one kid, but 2 toddlers, boys, I said, oh no. So I was like, let me help her, because I don't know what she's going through. So I went on the plane and I talked to her, and she didn't even look at me. I wasn't salty, because I was like, listen, you can only, like my friend Joya taught me, you can only extend the olive branch. And if somebody takes it, great. But if not, there's nothing you can do about that. And she was very cold towards myself. And I even told the Spirit flight attendant, y'all flew Spirit. Shh, don't tell nobody. Budget friendly. I even told the flight attendant, like, yeah, I talked to her. Or no, I'm sorry. The flight attendant asked me what's going on or what did you say to her? And I told her, I said I was a doula. I would be more than willing to help her if she needed anything. I could sit next to her and switch somebody's seats because they were screaming the whole, like a good portion of the flight, like the beginning of the flight. And it was like intense screaming. Somebody was. And I didn't want her to go through that alone because I know, as like from my own experience, when I was hardened up because I was going through so many different changes, like changing of motherhood is like no other. It's not really talked about in a welcoming way or supportive way to allow a woman to voice all the things that she's losing in herself while she's gaining motherhood. You lose a sense of self. If anything, you have these two parasites that you love dearly, and they're taking so much from you, and you're doing it by yourself. So she was very hard. She wasn't really trying to hear what I was saying. She wasn't trying to take any help or accept any help from the flight attendants or whatever. And my heart just really went out to her because, again, I know what it's like to harden yourself up like that, to really need help, but not really know, one, how to accept it, two, how to let your guard down so you can accept it. Because I was willing to give her a rest. Like, I know we need naps. Mothers need naps more than anyone else. The children need naps, yes, but the mothers need naps. And I wanted to give that to her. So I'm really, really thinking about starting a group for mothers. Actually, I will, and I'll put it in the comments later. It's going to be called Release It Mama or Mama Release, one of the two. Because, again, being a mother, you need to release a lot. There's so much put on us with society. What we need to do, what super mom? We're super because we're moms. We're super because we're women, not because of a role that we have, but we're super because we are, and I want to really help women feel that way and really push them and educate them and encourage them. Like, you don't have to be all of these things. You can be just who you are, and that is good enough. And I wish in that moment I could have told her, but there wasn't enough time because everyone was rushing to get in their little seat on the plane. So I hear him. I was really tempted to write my phone number down and slip it in her bag. But I was like, Erica, boundaries. You cannot invade this woman's space no matter how much you want to help her. So mother of twin boys from the Florida flight, Fort Lauderdale to Columbus. If you see this, reach out to me. I'm more than willing to help you because I know what it's like. It is so hard to be a single parent. It is so many different negative emotions that go through that. And you don't have to do it alone. So that's that. Also, lastly, my mother and I have started our podcast titled Gen to Gen. So it's talking about one topic from the perspective of two different generations. And I love it. And we're really proud of it. So it's on our website, www.holisticallydivine.com. I hope you all take a listen and let me know what you think because it's actually, no gas, it's actually amazing. I'm really proud of that. So, just saying. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like my page, tell other people about it because this is what I feel more comfortable with instead of talking about all this experience with clients that I'm not having right now. And that's perfectly fine, once again, because it'll come. It'll come. And when it comes, I'll include that in these videos too. So everyone have a good week. Have a good night. Eat your vegetables. Drink lots of water because water is the flushing system of the body. So it flushes out everything, toxins, whatever you name it. And yeah, do something that you love today or tomorrow. Today too. See ya.